This is one of those stories that completely changes the plot, so stop right there and pay attention. Robby Benson changed lanes instead of disappearing. You're about to witness how he faced reality, took a breath, and forged an entirely new path if you recall the bright-eyed adolescent idol from vintage movies or that voice that could rock a theater. Follow me through to the very finish because there is a twist at the end that most people are unaware of, and it puts him back in the spotlight. First, the bit that many fans overlook. Even without seeing his face, Robby rose to fame. He had a new chapter outside of youthful popularity when he voiced the Beast in Disney's Beauty and the Beast. His decision to use his voice rather than his appearance demonstrated how he could continue to develop in Hollywood while being loyal to himself. It took talent, timing, and a passion for the work, not luck. What, then, caused him to slow down on screen? Real life, to a large extent. Robby had a severe heart valve condition from birth. While working, he battled through it, but as time went on, the risk increased. He needed to back off and look after himself. His life was saved by that decision. His career was also altered because recovering requires patience and concentration. This is just a person doing the right thing to survive, nothing spectacular. This is how difficult it became. Throughout his life, he underwent 4 open heart surgery. Imagine being on the table 4 times, learning to breathe and move again each time. He shared the story to benefit others rather than keep it a secret. In his 2012 memoir, I'm Not Dead Yet, he talked about the anguish, the dread, and the struggle to survive. That book serves as a guidance for anyone dealing with difficult news. It is not gossip. Robby, however, did more than simply bounce back. He reinvented. In order to be connected to narrative without having to deal with the monotony of continuous on-screen labor, he moved behind the camera and began directing for television. Teaching budding artists how to write, shoot, and act was another area he dedicated his time to. He became a professor at Indiana University, where he taught students how to make concepts into actual motion pictures. Though it doesn't always make the news, that kind of impact endures. Additionally, there was a theatrical chapter that was taken directly from his life. Open Heart, a cheerful, humorous, and honest look at love, fear, and the desire to persevere, is an off-Broadway musical that Robby created and starred in. It helped people feel less alone and was a creative method to transform suffering into art. As he healed, he was not only surviving but also producing, educating, and uplifting others. Robby continued to work as a writer, director, musician, and mentor even though he wasn't constantly in the spotlight. He remained near his family, collaborated with his spouse on music, and maintained the steady, reflective voice that his admirers adored. This is the quiet side of success: being present for others, sharing your knowledge, and maintaining your curiosity. Although it's not glamorous, this type of labor enriches a person's life. Then there was the unexpected comeback in a program that everyone talks about. Robby plays the spooky Dr. Mauer in Season 2 of Severance on Apple TV+, stepping back in front of the camera. It serves as a reminder to everyone that he still understands exactly how to hold a scene and is a scary role in a clever, sophisticated series. The section displays a lot of craft, a new weight, and a new edge. It's the kind of return that makes new viewers ask, "Who is that?" while devoted fans applaud. What became to Robby Benson, then? He developed. He endured an ordeal that most of us never witness, had some time to recover, came up with fresh narrative techniques, and is now back in front of the camera with the same heart, only stronger. That's not a headline with a period, that's a career with chapters. Stay with me until the very end and let me know in the comments whether part, the voice that became a legend, the struggle to survive and recover, the instruction that created fresh talent, or the abrupt turn on Severance that shows he still has it, hit you the most if you experienced that path. If this provided you a new perspective on a real pro, tap like, tell someone who enjoys comeback tales about it, and stay tuned because the next disclosure may surprise you even more.